at that point, wanting to mark his concern for security issues and for the, I suppose, the ongoing battle against terrorism. But in any case, the Champs-Élysées, of course, an emblematic place in the French capital, and there is always this event after the swearing-in ceremony at the Élysée Palace where the president is driven up the Champs-Élysées. So the crowds now, Francois, are actually going in the direction of Emmanuel Macron. We have crowds of people moving up the footpaths on either side of the Champs-Élysées towards Place de l'Étoile, around the Arc de Triomphe, where Emmanuel Macron will symbolically relight the flame at the tomb of the unknown soldier.
It's 12:54 in the French capital. France's new president, Emmanuel Macron, making his way there to the tomb of the unknown soldier for that symbolic relighting of the flame, and place he was back on Monday when he attended VE Day ceremonies in the company of the then outgoing president, François Hollande. Emmanuel Macron at the tomb of the unknown soldier, relighting the flame there, and doing so in, well, the tail end of the third hour of his presidency. France 24's Chris Moore followed the handover at the French presidential palace. After this ceremony, Chris, his day is far from over.
Elysee there, and then he'll go to meet the mayor of Paris, Anne Hidalgo, at the Hôtel de Ville. You heard James there talking really about the kind of very protocol and pageantry-based nature of today, and that was certainly in evidence at the Élysée Palace earlier. It really is striking the similarities perhaps with some royal ceremonies in countries like the United Kingdom. The military are heavily involved. The Republican Guard were out in the forecourt here at the Elysee Palace. Emmanuel Macron inspecting the troops at the back of the palace, and a 21-gun salute coming from the Invalides just over the River Seine. But I guess what we saw around about midday today was also really the story of two men who, all in all, know each other pretty well. Emmanuel Macron and the outgoing President François Hollande. Now, Macron was sure to accompany Hollande to his car to leave the palace for the final time, something which François Hollande had not done 5 years ago to his predecessor Nicolas Sarkozy. And Hollande's been speaking to the media really about that relationship in the run-in to Emmanuel Macron taking over, saying that, though he abandoned me a year or so ago to set up his own political movement, he doesn't regard that as a betrayal. He's not somebody who bears a grudge.